Emily, I'm done with work. How was your morning sickness today? Was it even worse than yesterday? I hope you had a better day today.
It was pretty bad again today. They say it depends on the person, but I didn't think it would be this hard. Honestly, I thought it would be much easier, but it's been so much harder than I thought it would be.
The day of the birth is next month, right? Around the middle of next month, if I remember right?
Yeah, in the middle of next month. You're taking time off work too, right, William?
Of course. You'll just have to bear through the morning sickness until then. Just try to hang in there for another month or so. It's gonna be tough, but let's do our best together. We'll get through this together, I promise. Well, not that there's much I can do as a husband, but...
Hey, don't say that. That feeling alone is enough. Honestly, just knowing that you're there for me and that you care is enough for me. Besides, your mom came to visit today. Your parents are also helping out in various ways, so it'll be fine. They're really supportive and helpful. I know they'll be there for us even after the baby's born.
What? My mom came by again?
I asked her to help with the housework because just sitting down was hard for me. I couldn't even do the basic chores around the house, so I had to ask your mom for help. She also made dinner for me, which was a big help because the smell of food makes me feel sick. Right now, even the thought of cooking made me nauseous, so I'm really grateful to your mom for taking care of that for me.
Well, that's fine, but don't you think she's been coming to the house a bit too much recently? It's nice that she's helping out, but I feel like she's been coming over like a little too often.
Is that so? It's only once or twice a week. It's not like she's here every day or anything.
Well, to me, she's coming over a lot. I don't want to say this, but to be honest, I don't want her to come over so much. It kind of makes me feel uncomfortable. You know, like I feel like I can't relax in my own home when she's around all the time.
I get what you're saying, but with me being like this, your mother coming to help me is a big help. I really appreciate her help, and I don't know what I'd do without her.
Yeah, I know that, but even when I go home, my parents only talk about you, and to be honest, it's a pain in the ass. They're constantly asking about you and the baby, and it's starting to get on my nerves. Can't you do something about it? Can't you ask them to tone it down a bit?
All right, well, I guess it's not right for you to have to put up with this just because of my pregnancy. I'll ask you to refrain from it at least for when I'm not feeling too under the weather. Is that okay?
But, you're also always feeling unwell. When are you not unwell? How the hell is that gonna help? You're sick practically all the time, so that doesn't really solve anything, does it?
Hey, it's not like there's anything I can do about it. I don't like being sick either. Or what, are you going to do the housework for me? Are you offering to help out around the house instead?
Come on, Emily, please don't be like this. Honestly, I think you're exaggerating a bit. I think you're making a bigger deal out of this than it really is.
What do you mean by exaggerating?
I mean, I bet your morning sickness isn't actually that bad, right? You're honestly just saying all this because housework is a hassle. Just admit it.
Of course it's that bad. What do you mean? It's not about the housework, William. It's about how I'm feeling physically and emotionally. I'm not saying that you have to understand, but can you stop saying things like that? It hurts when you say things like that, and it makes me feel like you don't care about how I'm feeling.
Let's just leave it at that for now. In the meantime, please just tell my parents to chill out from being at your side. I'm tired from work too, so I want to relax at home. I need some time to de-stress and unwind after a long day.
Yeah, I know you are.
Have my parents gone home yet?
Just a moment ago. But what the hell was that, William? I mean, that attitude was inexcusable. They came all the way here. They made such an effort to come and see us, and yet you were so rude to them.
Listen, I don't even get a day off from work, all right? It's annoying when they come through even though we didn't invite them. I'm already stressed out from work where my boss just screams at me. Coming home just for them to show up unannounced is the icing on the cake.
Even so, there's no need to leave as soon as your parents arrive. Even though neither of them said it, it was pretty obvious how bad they felt. You could tell that they were hurt, but they couldn't even tell you about it.
That's not my friggin' problem. It's my house, so I should be able to do exactly as I please. Why the hell can't I just relax in my own home without having to worry about entertaining guests? Why'd they come in the first place anyways? Didn't you tell them to cut back on that shit? I thought we already talked about this and you were gonna ask them to come over less often.
I mean, yeah, they came to check on me. With the birth coming up soon, I'm not just worried about my physical health, but also my mental condition, and I guess they're also worried about that. They just want to make sure that we're both doing okay, not just me.
Oh, come on, that's bullshit and you know it. Besides, it still doesn't make sense that I'd have to hold back just because of how you're doing, does it?
I get how you feel, but there was definitely a better way to deal with it, William. Even if they are your real parents, it still doesn't make it okay. You could have at least tried to be a little more polite, even if you don't want them to be there.
What the hell? This is all your fault for not telling them to piss off, so why am I the one being lectured to?
Look, I'll apologize for whatever trouble I've caused you, okay? I'll talk to them and ask them to come over less often if that's what you want. But this is about the child. Why do you have to take such an attitude? This isn't just about me, William. It's about our child, and you need to start acting like a responsible father.
God, I don't fucking get this at all. You're getting all this sympathy from my parents just because you're pregnant, and it's hard on you. As if that isn't exactly how a pregnant woman would be. You're acting like you're the only woman in the world who's ever been pregnant.
Hey, what is really going on here, William? What is your problem, huh? I get that your parents being here puts you in a bad mood and everything, but you don't have to take it out on me. It's not fair to me at all.
Oh, how do you not get this, Emily? It's your fault for making such a big deal about being sick. I bet it's fucking great to be a pregnant woman, huh? If you were to get a tiny bit tired, everyone suddenly starts acting real nice to you. But me? No, I get nothing but complaints from even my own parents. You get all the attention and sympathy while I'm out working all day so that this family can have a future.
The way you say these horrible things ever since I got pregnant. You've been acting weird. No matter how you look at it, you've been just terrible to me. You've been saying and doing these things that you never would have said before, and it just hurts.
God, you're not gonna start crying, are you? Look here, it's you who's being terrible. Because of your over-the-top sickness, I can't even relax at home. You've secured yourself a really good position, haven't you? Just levitating above the rest of us with your victim card.
Just why are you saying all of this? Is having a child together that light a matter for you, William? Are you really that resentful towards me for being pregnant? God damn, you're so annoying.
God, you're so damn annoying. I'll tell you what, I wish you hadn't gotten pregnant if it was gonna end up like this. Just leave me the hell alone. I'll probably just say something that'd get on your nerves again anyway. Not that that was hard to do even before you were pregnant.
You're unbelievable. You're actually the worst. How could you say any of this? I've never heard anything like this from anyone. Even if you didn't really mean it, I wish you hadn't said that.
I'm telling you, that kind of pity act shit doesn't work on me. You've got it all wrong just because of how much attention everyone's been giving you just for being pregnant.
I haven't gotten a single thing wrong, William. I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Forget about it. Whatever, I don't give a shit anymore. Just don't start lecturing me. You've put me in a bad mood because of this whole act and my dad eating that shit up. I'm gonna drink and eat dinner out tonight. Go make something on your own for a change. I need some time to myself, and I don't want to be around you right now.
Okay, jeez.
And listen here, Emily, I'm letting you off this time, but there won't be a next time. Don't cause me any more trouble by telling me lies about how much of a miserable state you're in. Got it? I'm not gonna tolerate this kind of behavior anymore, so don't push your luck.
I'm not lying, but fine. I'll try not to cause you any trouble, all right? I'll try my best not to bother you anymore.
That better be true. I'll be back before it's too late. Get a bath running and everything. I'm expecting you to at least take care of me when I get home, so make sure everything is ready.
Hey, look, I'm sorry to bother you even at work, but my water just broke. Can you please get to the hospital ASAP? We need you here as soon as possible.
For fuck's sake, you're really trying this again, are ya? You've already forgotten what I said the other day? What, my parents' attention alone wasn't enough for you? Are you seriously trying to pull this same stunt again? I told you not to cause me trouble by feeding me this bullshit. You're not due to give birth for another month, so don't act like you are. You're just trying to get attention, aren't you?
Excuse me? A lie? What on earth are you talking about? Just what are you accusing my daughter of lying about?
Daughter? What the hell are you talking about now? Who is this?
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I was in a rush to tell you as soon as possible. I am Emily's mother. I'm using her phone to contact you. I didn't have time to explain everything, so I guess that was confusing.
Wait, what? Mrs. Brown, is that you really?
Yes, that's right. I don't really have your contact details or anything, so I had to use Emily's phone to get in touch with you.
Oh, that's no problem at all. Sorry for being rude myself. I thought I was speaking to Emily, so...
Oh, I don't mind that. But what exactly did you mean earlier? That she was lying to you? I mean, given the timing, it's pretty obvious that she's gone into labor, no? There is no reason for her to lie about any of that, is there? She's in the hospital right now, and she needs you to be here. Why were you so upset with her?
Well, that's because... Okay, well, let me explain, okay? Emily just tends to exaggerate a little, and she always worries my own mom about her health. So we've just been talking recently about how it sounds like she's just blowing this a bit out of proportion is all.
You seriously accused my daughter of exaggerating? What, that her health problems are a lie? Are you being serious with me right now? You have no idea what my daughter has been going through, and you have the audacity to accuse her of lying?
Oh, no, of course, I bet she's not feeling well sometimes. But even so, isn't it all a bit of an exaggeration? I mean, it's hard to believe that she can't even get the housework done just because she's suffering from a little morning sickness. It's just a minor inconvenience, isn't it?
I can see why she told me not to call you. It's indeed better if people like you don't come here at all. You're clearly not supportive or understanding, so it's best if you stay away.
What the hell do you mean by that?
I contacted you without telling Emily because you're the father, and I thought you had a right to be here, but I was clearly very mistaken. Please forget everything I've said so far. You don't have to come to the hospital anymore. You're not welcome here, and you'll only make things worse for Emily.
No, wait. Now hold up a minute, please, wait. If you're the one contacting me, then it's gotta be true. That's all the more reason for me to be there, then. I'll come right away, okay? I'm on my way, and I'll be there as soon as I can.
Oh, no you won't. You don't need to come any longer. I'm here, as are your parents. You just leave your wife to us and stay out of it. We'll take care of her, and you're not needed here.
Her water broke and she might give birth soon, but you won't let the child's father be there? Not to be rude, Mrs. Brown, but how does that make any sense? I have the damn right to be there for the birth of my child.
Oh, trust me, I thought the same thing when I only heard Emily's side of the story. But if you come now, you'll only cause Emily more distress than that poor girl's already suffered from you. It would be really better if you didn't come at all. So please, just keep your nose out of this one.
No, this has got to be a joke. I'll be there soon, so tell Emily that. Are you listening, Mrs. Brown? I'm coming whether you like it or not. God, what the hell is wrong with you two?
William, my mom told me that you tried to come over, even when she told you not to.
Of course I fucking did. I tried to come over, but I got to the hospital, but your mom and even my own damn parents turned me away at the gate. They wouldn't even let me in the building. I even tried talking to the nurse, but she just kept saying that she didn't know where your room was, like it wasn't her damn job to know.
Yeah, right. Listen, I'm telling you this because you're the father, but the baby was born last night. That's all you get to hear from me. I'm only telling you this because you have a right to know, but don't expect anything else from me.
That's all? Are you being serious right now? Was the baby really born already? I can't believe it's finally happened.
That's what I've been saying. Well, I personally didn't think it was really worth telling you at all, since you won't be seeing him ever. You're clearly not supportive or understanding, so it's best if you stay away.
No, see, that's my friggin' point. Why can't I see my own damn child when he's being born? Why do I even have to ask permission to be there to see it happen? What is it with you and your lunatic mom? She's acting like she has the right to keep me away from my own child. And tell her something from me as well, 'cause I'm just not getting through to her.
Tell her what, William? What exactly did you say to her before?
Before the baby was born, I said some things that I think your mom just completely misunderstood, okay? I thought I was talking to you, and so I said some things, and that's why she won't let me into the hospital room now. Can you believe it? It's none of her damn business what we talk about in private. She's overstepping her boundaries, and it's not fair to me or my child.
Okay, and?
God damn it, Emily, how are you not getting this? As long as she's misunderstood, I won't be able to see my baby. My baby! She's preventing me from being a part of my child's life, and it's not right. Can't you do something on your end to clear up this stupid misunderstanding? Will you talk to her and explain that she's got it all wrong?
No, I can't, because then I'd be lying, and I wouldn't even if I could. I'm the one who said I didn't want to see you in the first place. Didn't my mom tell you? I don't want you anywhere near me or my child.
Wait, what? So she was being for real? I thought your mother was just making it up because she got things all wrong. I didn't think you would actually say something like that. Now hold on a minute, why the hell would you say something like that in the first place? I'm your husband and the father of your child. You can't just shut me out like this.
Because I don't want you to see the child, obviously. As if there'd be any other reason I don't want someone like you in my child's life.
And that's exactly what I've been fucking asking you about. I'm the father of that damn kid. What the hell are you thinking not letting me see him? I have a right to be a part of his life.
Listen here, William. That's my goddamn line. Don't you remember what you said to me? You're the one who said those hurtful things, not me.
What? What did I say that hurt your precious little feelings this time?
You said it would have been better if I hadn't gotten pregnant, if it was going to cause you so much trouble. Of course I'm not going to let my baby meet someone like that. You don't deserve to be in his life after saying something like that.
Oh, what? That's what this is all about? You're still holding a grudge over something like that? That was just an extension of our argument. How childish can you get? I didn't mean it, and you know that.
Just because you don't mean something, it doesn't mean you can just say whatever the hell you want, William. That is not something any father should say. You've got no right to be a father. Your words and actions have proven that you're not ready to be a parent.
Okay, sure, whatever, but not letting me even see my child is going too far. Didn't you even consider putting your child's feelings before your own feelings first? You're the one being selfish by keeping me away from him.
I'm not letting you see your child because I am putting the child first. It's you who's been putting your own feelings first all this time. I am protecting my child from someone who doesn't care about him.
What the hell is that logic? When have I ever put my feelings first? I've always put you and the baby first, haven't I?
Do I even need to mention how you've been treating my mom and your parents? They've done so much for us and the child, and you've been rejecting them all this time just because you can't stand them. You've been so ungrateful and disrespectful towards them, even though they've been nothing but supportive.
Unlike you, I'm busy with work. It's perfectly normal to turn a blind eye to a little fuck-up, especially since I'm earning everything. I'm the one providing for this family, so I deserve a little leeway. How do you not understand that?
That's not what I'm fucking talking about, William. I'm saying, what does that say about you as a person? It's a matter of common sense and your sore lack of it. You're so self-centered and inconsiderate, and it's appalling. And when I said I was having a hard time with my morning sickness, what the hell did you do? You accused me of being a liar. I just can't trust you anymore. You didn't believe me when I was telling you how I felt, so why would you ever again?
Wait, that's all you're going off on? That's one hell of an emotional argument. Besides, you were actually lying. There's no way you'd get like that from just morning sickness. It's not that serious, is it?
What the hell are you talking about? You've never even had morning sickness. You have no idea what it's like, so don't pretend like you do.
Even if I've never had morning sickness, it's not impossible to imagine that it's just like catching a cold or something. How the hell could you make such a fuss about it? It's not like it's a life-threatening illness.
This entire conversation is why I'm saying it's impossible for you to put yourself in other people's shoes. You've got no empathy. You're sociopathic. You're incapable of understanding or caring about how other people feel. Even if I let you be with your child, you wouldn't be able to be considerate of them, could you?
Hey, don't just go off on these loose assumptions.
You're the one making assumptions, William. Well, it's whatever. I'm getting a divorce from you anyway. I'm sick of arguing with you. I can't take this anymore. I'm done.
Wait, hold on a minute. Are you actually serious about getting a divorce? How the hell do you plan on living with the kids without me? You can't possibly raise a child on your own, can you? Have you become so used to being treated like some princess that you can't make a rational decision anymore? You're not thinking this through at all. That's my child you're taking away from me.
It's none of your business anymore, so it's really not something you need to worry about. We'll be fine without you. So you don't need to worry about the child or me anymore, or how much trouble we're causing you. In return, stay the hell away from us. Don't you even try to get involved with us anymore. We don't need you in our lives, and we'd be better off for it.
Why the hell are you being like this, Emily? I'm not going to accept any of this. It's your fault for lying and causing a fit in the first place. I haven't done a single thing wrong. This is all your fault. You're just avoiding taking responsibility.
Then you can think whatever you like, so long as it helps you sleep at night. Because frankly, it doesn't even matter what you think. The fact that we're getting a divorce and the fact that you're unfit to be this child's father doesn't change.
Look, you need to calm down, Emily. Even if you're fine with it, what about my parents and your mom? They're not gonna sit back and let this happen. They won't let you get away with this.
Funny you should say that, because they're actually all in favor for the divorce. They all think it's not good for the child to be with someone like you.
If you can talk them into being on board with the divorce, you can damn sure talk them out of it too, right? Go on, say whatever you need to. Hell, use your favorite lies to get them to go along with it. Just tell them whatever you need to tell them to change their minds.
Weren't you always the one complaining about being lied to? And yet you don't even hesitate to lie to someone else? You're sociopathic, William. You're a hypocrite and you have no morals. But don't worry. Once we get divorced, you won't have to worry about any of it anymore. You'll be free from us and you can go back to your selfish, inconsiderate life. After this whole exchange, William tried to storm into the hospital. The hospital staff wouldn't tell him where my room was, and William became so upset about it that he ended up causing a scene at the reception desk. He was yelling and screaming, and he wouldn't calm down. In the end, William had the police called on him and was taken straight to the station. Unfortunately, while William was only given a stern warning, I properly divorced William with the help of my mom and his parents. William, after getting in trouble with the police, surprisingly agreed to the divorce without any fuss. He didn't even try to fight it. I don't know what William is doing now, but he's probably still alive since he's paying child support, and a lot of it. He's fulfilling his financial obligations at least. As for me, I've returned to my parents' house with my newborn child, and I'm living a busy but happy life, working and raising a child with the help of my mom. We're doing our best, and we're somehow making things work. As my child grows up in the future, there'll be a time when I have to talk to him about his father. When that time comes, I want to make sure he understands how being selfish and inconsiderate can lose you the greatest joy and privilege in life. I want him to know that he deserves better.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Guess what, Lori? I just got a call from my mom, and she told me my little sister got engaged.
Annie? Really? They've been together for a while now, haven't they?
Yes, they have. It looks like they have decided to tie the knot because Annie is pregnant.
She is? Oh, congratulations, Greg. You're going to be an uncle.
Thanks. I'm excited too. Mom said 2 down, 1 more to go.
Is she referring to Michelle? Oh, I'm sure she's just waiting for the right time. But I can understand why your mom would be worried. Your sister is rather unique. I can imagine how your mother would be worried of her daughter finding the right partner.
You think so? I have a lot of unique coworkers who are not married. I don't think marriage is for everyone, so as long as she is happy, Mom should be too. I agree.
But I hope she finds a partner who she can share her happiness with. Your mother would be relieved.
I'm sure she will someday. And if she asks, I will tell her that married life is also great.
Oh, I feel the same way. I am so happy I found you. Do you know when Annie's wedding will be? Will it be before or after the baby arrives?
Before the baby arrives.
Okay, I can't wait.
It might happen very fast actually, like in a month or two. She wants to wear a wedding dress before her bump starts to show. And they only want a small family wedding, so no big planning necessary. Do you have anything important scheduled in the next couple of months?
Nope, I'm wide open. Just let me know when and I'll be there.
You said that before, but then left me on our anniversary to go see your idol on stage. I'm still holding that against you.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I couldn't miss the opportunity to see him. I promise not to do it again. I think.
Yeah. Alright, I will let you know when I hear the details of the wedding.
Oh, just to confirm, your sister will be there, yes? At the wedding?
Yes, well, I hope so. Are you still upset about her not attending ours?
Well, kind of. I mean, I don't need her to be my best friend or anything, but she told me she couldn't come to ours because she couldn't afford to. So if she attends your sister's wedding, I can't help but think, why not ours?
Our wedding also happened very quickly. It's inevitable that she couldn't arrange her schedule to attend.
But it was an important day for us.
Yeah, but like you said, she's unique. I'm sure she didn't mean to hurt you.
I don't think she wanted to come.
She was probably just short on cash at the time. Traveling is expensive.
Greg, you know your sister makes enough. Every time I see her, she's carrying a high-brand purse.
She is?
Yes, that's one of the reasons why I think she could have made it to our wedding if she really wanted to. Plus, she's very cold to me when we see each other.
I thought you two exchanged each other's numbers and all.
Yes, but that was just a gesture. She's never replied to any of my messages.
I see. Well, Michelle is not the type to dislike someone for no reason. Honestly, I don't think she has much interest towards other people in general, so she doesn't mean anything by it, I'm sure.
You grew up with Michelle, so you probably don't see it. Something's just not right.
Don't worry about it too much. If she ever bothers you, just tell me. I'll take care of it. But regarding her not attending our wedding, everyone has different priorities, so please don't be offended.
Okay then, sorry, I didn't mean to talk badly of your family.
It's okay. I'm glad you told me. And it's nothing I can't handle.
Thanks. I'm glad I got that off my chest. I only want to get along with your family, you know?
I do. Do you want me to talk to her about it?
No, it's okay. I don't want her to think I'm complaining about how she spends her money.
Alright, I won't.
Thanks. I'll try to forget about it. I'm probably just paranoid. Greg, I'm sorry, but I really think something is wrong with your sister.
Huh? Why? What happened?
I was just chatting with Annie.
About what?
Well, she called us to thank us for attending her wedding despite short notice.
Yes, and?
She said how nice it was to be able to see everyone, and how grateful she was for everyone pitching in to make the wedding happen. She said everyone, so I asked her if her sister also pitched in.
Did she?
Yes. Michelle paid for half of the entire wedding.
Oh, wow. How generous of her.
Generous? Doesn't that make you mad? Michelle didn't want to spend her money to attend our wedding, and yet she paid for half of Annie's wedding?
Well, I guess that's a little weird.
Plus, I didn't tell you because I didn't want you to worry, but Michelle had ignored me throughout the wedding. She wouldn't even look me in the eye when I said hi.
Really? That's very mean of her.
I know, right?
Do you have any idea why she was ignoring you?
No, I don't have a clue. But I know she was talking to you like she always would, so I think she simply dislikes me.
You've only met her a couple times on special occasions, right? I don't see why she would not like you. If she were to dislike any of us, it would be me, having had fights all the time when we were young.
She was nice to you during the party I saw. Do you think she's jealous of me for marrying you? Or she doesn't like me because Michelle and I are very different?
I would agree that you two are nothing alike. She's more, how should I say this, masculine?
Masculine? You mean she is exactly like a man? Maybe she's jealous that I'm more feminine? Or maybe she doesn't like it that I'm happy with you, because she's not married and I am. Ugh, this is driving me nuts. Greg, I don't want to see her again.
Hold on, Lori. You can't just cut my sister out of the picture like that.
You want to take her side when she's the one being rude to me? Greg, I thought you would understand how stressful this is for me. Why do I have to try to establish a relationship with someone who hates me?
Sorry, Lori. I didn't mean to take sides. I will talk to Michelle. I won't mention your name or anything.
No!
Why? I can try to uncover her attitude towards you. I won't be direct.
Even if you don't mention me, she'll know. She would think I made you talk to her.
But we can't solve anything if we don't talk.
I don't think there's anything to solve. Our relationship is already ruined. You can't talk to Michelle.
You mean I can't talk to my own sister without your permission?
Who's more important to you, Greg?
You, of course. But that shouldn't mean I have to stop caring for my sister. I need to know why she is acting the way she is. And if I find out that Michelle is being mean just because she is jealous of you, then I guess I would have to change the way I feel about her too.
She'll only give you trouble, I know it. You don't know how she'll react if you start asking questions. I think we should just stop contacting her.
I don't know, Lori. That doesn't seem right to me.
Greg, I'm telling you, I want nothing to do with her from here on out. Surely you'll prioritize my feelings, won't you?
Hi, Michelle.
Hey, what's up?
I wanted to ask you something. Well,
What is it? You can ask me anything.
the thing is, did you pay for half of Annie's wedding?
Yeah, I did. Did I do something wrong? I thought a lot of people pitched in for the wedding.
Yeah, that's right. But, are you unhappy with us?
I'm sorry?
Wait, let me rephrase. Did I do something to offend you at all?
What? No. Why are you asking me this?
Okay then. Did Lori ever do anything to offend you? Why did you not want to pay to travel for our wedding, and yet pay half of Annie's wedding? I don't want to tell you how you should use your money or anything, but we kind of feel that you are treating us differently.
I'm still sorry for not making it, but I wired money in exchange for not attending yours.
You did?
Yes, I sent Lori like $3,000 so you two could use it for your honeymoon.
Why do I not know about this? Are you sure Lori knows about this?
Yes. I explained to her that I was out of the country to attend a conference for which I was a keynote speaker. I had been booked for over a year for the event, so I had no option. So in exchange of missing your wedding, I offered financial help.
No way!
She never told you?
It's the first time I'm hearing about this. She told me you said you couldn't afford, which is why she was furious to find out you paid for half of Annie's wedding, and that you have been acting cold to her. She even said she doesn't want to have anything to do with you going forward.
Ha! Interesting.
What is? What the hell is going on?
She must have used the money I sent on her own.
Lori wouldn't do that.
Then why has she kept it from you and even changed the reason why I wasn't attending? Besides, she asked me for more, you know?
What?
Yes, after I sent her the money for your honeymoon, probably because she realized that I was financially well off, she asked me to lend her another $3,000.
No.
I told her I couldn't, though.
Why didn't you tell me?
She messaged me a couple of days later saying her problem has been solved and so not to be worried. She asked me not to tell you, too, that she didn't want you to worry.
This is a big deal. You should have.
Now that I think of it, I probably should have. But back then, I didn't want to cause any unnecessary commotion. I knew you were really happy with her, so I didn't want to ruin anything between you two.
I didn't know she was in need of money.
I don't know if she really was in need anymore. She told me that her best friend had become a single mother, but was financially unstable. Lori said she wanted to help her, but didn't have that kind of money, but that she had to do something.
I am not aware of any of her best friends being a single mother.
Well then, hate to tell you, brother, but your wife might have a serious problem with money.
Why has she done such a thing?
There has to be a reason, but I have no idea why.
Michelle, I am so terribly sorry. I am really shocked right now.
Before you talk to her about this, it might be a better idea to do some digging first.
You mean I should investigate?
Lori probably tried to cut me out so that you don't find out about the money. She knew it was a matter of time you'd find out. That's why she tried to make me look like a bad person. She's smart and tricky and won't easily admit even if you confront her.
That's true.
You should hire a private investigator. I can help you hire one if you need.
No, that's not necessary. Let me handle this.
They can be very expensive though. Do you still have the money you saved while you were single?
Yes, that is my security money in case something ever happens, and I believe it is time to use it.
If you need any help, just let me know.
Thanks, Michelle. And again, I am sorry for even thinking there could be a possibility that you were treating us unfairly. What are you doing now, Lori?
What's up?
I thought you'd be home.
I'm not at the moment. Are you?
Yes.
Wow, you're very early.
My meeting got canceled today, so I took the afternoon off.
Oh, you should have told me you were coming home. I'm out shopping for tonight's dinner.
I see. Which store are you at?
Oh, well, I was walking around the strip mall and was about to go into the grocery store.
I'll come join you.
No, it's okay. I'll be home soon.
Why not?
I'll be in and out in no time. You don't have to come all the way down here.
Lori, I wish you would tell me the truth.
The truth?
You're not at the mall.
Yes I am. Greg, what's the matter?
You're inside another man's condo right now. I know you are cheating on me.
Don't be silly. I would never cheat on you.
I hired a private investigator to watch you. I just got a call saying you were at a man's house again.
A private investigator? Why?
Because I found out that you were doing things behind my back. Lori, you used up the money my sister gave us as a wedding gift without telling me, didn't you?
Did Michelle tell you that?
I'm sorry. I asked her even though you asked me not to. But I will not apologize again because I know the truth now.
Greg, I'm so sorry, but I'm not cheating on you.
You have been spending most of your time at that man's house while I'm at the office.
I'm his fan. He's an aspiring singer who's been my idol for years.
Yes, I am aware of that. I also know that you've been spending a lot of money on him. You stole my savings too, didn't you? Don't underestimate what a PI can find out in just a couple days.
I'm so sorry. You have to listen to me, though. I haven't done anything with him, I swear. I'm just a fan making sure he gets what he needs to make his dreams come true.
Listen to yourself, Lori. You are practically living with him and paying for everything. Do you realize how pathetic that sounds?
I'm sorry, I really am. I won't see him anymore and I'll quit being his fan.
Will you stop using the word fan? I told you not to underestimate a PI. I know you were sleeping with him, and I have proof.
No one could ever turn down their favorite idol, Greg.
You think that's a good excuse to have an affair?
No, but I won't anymore ever again. Please, forgive me.
Hell no! You not only wasted my money, but also my sister's money. It is driving me insane that you wasted it all for some guy. Plus, you tried to make me cut my sister out of our lives?
I wasn't being serious. Greg, listen, the only person I really love is you. I'm not lying. Please believe me.
You are typing those words inside another man's house. No, I want a divorce.
What?
You should be glad. Now you can spend every minute with your idol.
Greg, please listen. You have to give me another chance. We have to talk this through.
There is nothing to talk about. The next time we talk, there will be lawyers at the same table.
I want to be with you and you only. I've had a very happy marriage with you, Greg.
But you betrayed me and ruined our marriage yourself. Don't tell me sleeping with your idol doesn't count.
I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry.
Anyone can say they are sorry. You should have thought about it carefully before you made the decision to cheat on me. Then you would have known that I would find out sooner or later.
Please don't leave me, Greg. I'm begging you.
Why? So that your idol won't dump you for not being able to pay for him?
No, because I love you.
I can't believe any word you say. You are full of lies. You used my sister for those lies. And you stole from us.
I won't ever do that again, I swear. I will never betray you.
I don't want to have anything to do with you from here on. You are the most deceitful person I have ever met in my entire life. After our last conversation, I quickly hired an attorney and filed for divorce. She agreed to pay me back my savings she had stolen from me. In addition, she has to pay consolation money for the damages she caused. Because she was a full-time homemaker, Lori didn't have any money of her own though. Having felt responsible for their daughter's behavior, her parents have been covering the costs so far. When her parents found out what happened, they were enraged with Lori and immediately took her under their supervision. Lori now works day and night in order to pay her parents back. She sent me multiple messages to try and get back with me. When I finally moved out of the home we used to live together, I decided to block her from messaging me once and for all. Recently, I heard that she was sued by her idol. After she lost contact with me, she started to take it out on her idol on the internet. She had posted an exaggerated, fake story of their affair, which went viral on the web. He lost an important opportunity because of what she had done, and claimed that his musical career was ruined. I don't have any sympathy for the man. All I know is how grateful I am for finding out the truth and ending my marriage with her. It's been over a year since we got divorced. I was devastated when I found out who my ex-wife truly was, but recently been able to feel like myself again. My sister felt responsible for what happened and regrets not telling me sooner. But I know it all happened for a reason and at the right time. I am only grateful for her. I have made my entire family very worried of me during and after the divorce. I will focus on giving back to them for their love and support, and also focus on finding my own happiness in this new life.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Yo, Charlene, you find anything I might like?
There's all sorts of stuff here, but whether you like it or not is a different matter. Sorry, darling, I just felt this mysterious urge to get drunk all of a sudden. Hopefully I can find something you like too.
Yeah, it's cool, don't sweat it. I'll be happy with some regular cheap beer. It's my day off work tomorrow. Besides, it's been ages since I had a beer. I have a weird urge to get wasted myself. If anything, I should be the one apologizing, sending you out on your own to the store at this time of night.
I don't mind, honestly, I'm enjoying the fresh air. It was my idea to get drunk, you know, silly. But don't you have some work to finish?
I do have a few reports to send in, but I'll have them all done in time for the party to start when you get back. Yeehaw! I gotta admit I was surprised, though. It's not like you to say you want to drink.
Really? I don't think it's that weird.
We've been married for 6 months now. I haven't known you to drink alcohol once. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, I'm just surprised is all. Come to think of it, I never saw you drink back when we were dating either.
Actually, now that you mention it, I think you might have a point.
Right? I also can't help but think you've kinda not been yourself lately. You seem, I don't know, downcast? Is everything alright? Is there something you want to talk about?
Wait, what? I seem downcast? I don't think I am.
I'm only saying it because that's how you seem. I'm not the only one who thinks it. My mom's worried about you too. She says every time she's been over to see you lately, you're distant, like your head was away in the clouds. Are you really okay? I want you to know I'm here for you if you want to talk, and I mean about anything.
Wow, really? Your mom would worry about me? I'm surprised.
Why would you be surprised? Of course she'd be worried about you. She cares about you. She was so happy for us at the wedding. She spoils you like your own daughter now.
Well, you're not exactly wrong. But let's not forget, she did oppose the marriage to begin with, didn't she? That's the only reason I said I was surprised.
Sure, I won't deny it. She did seem to have her reservations for a little while at the start. But that's only because she raised me on her own as a single mother, and she's always been overprotective of me. I might be a grown man now, but I think in her mind, She felt like she was losing her little boy.
I guess I can understand that. Going purely based off appearances, I guess I could understand if she didn't think I was the most wholesome girl. I've always had a unique style. I think she probably got a bad first impression of me and her mommy instincts kicked in.
Did you really just say that about yourself? Anyway, what happened to don't judge a book by its cover? I don't think my mom's like that. The truth is, baby cakes, marrying you was the best decision I ever made. You're the perfect wife.
Oh, stop being all sentimental, Neil. You're making me blush in the middle of the store.
You could at least say something nice back. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Are you really okay? If there's something playing on your mind, I want you to talk to me about it. Suffering in silence is officially forbidden.
Look, I already told you, Neil. I'm fine, really. I'm hardly even ever anxious. The only things that bug me these days are cold calls from fridge salesmen and that general variety of nuisance.
Cold calls? Now that you mention it, we have been getting way more phone calls than usual lately. It's the weirdest thing though. Whenever I answer, whoever it is just breathes down the phone for a second or two before hanging up on me. Are they sales calls?
Yeah, most likely.
But why would they hang up when I answer the phone? Don't they want me to buy their fridges? Don't you think it's weird? I mean, sure, I would hang up as soon as they started their spiel about how many ice cubes it can dispense in 5 seconds, but they don't know that.
I bet they see women as easier targets and don't feel as confident taking advantage of a guy. Isn't it just nervous hesitation? You hear stories of predatory salesmen taking advantage of soccer moms and old people all the time.
Oh, really? That's despicable, totally not cool. If one of those jerks ever tries selling you a fridge, I want you to come and get me immediately. I'll tell them what for.
You? Tell someone what for?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? I could easily put the likes of those two bit swindlers in their place. You might not feel like you can rely on me, but I at least wish you'd have faith in my ability to dispatch with some sleazy comment on the other end of a telephone line.
Okay, if you say so, sweetie. I'll think about it. Oh, sorry. I'm heading to the cash register now. Gotta go.
Okay, be careful on the way home. You never know what kind of freaks are lurking at this hour. Mom, I'm sorry to message you this late at night. I know you're usually knitting sweaters and enjoying your chamomile tea while winding down for bed right about now. Are you free to chat?
Neil, what's wrong?
No. Has Charlene showed her face at your place at all over the last few days? Or has she phoned you? Or have you, heard from her at all?
No, dear, I haven't heard anything. You're worrying me now, sweetie pie. What's going on? Did something happen with Charlene?
Well, kind of. But this is a little difficult for me to say. Look, the thing is, she hasn't been home these last few days.
Huh? You mean Charlene's vanished? I wonder where the devil she's gone. When did you last see her?
She went to the store to get some drinks in the middle of the night a few days ago, and I haven't seen her since. I tried calling her friends and family, but no luck. They just said they haven't heard anything. I did wonder if she might have gone to your place for some reason, but it seems not. I'm no closer to finding her at all.
I'm so sorry, darling, but I don't know anything. But if you went to such length to find her and it still turned up nothing, I hate to suggest this, but do you think maybe she could have been involved in some kind of accident?
I have considered the possibility. But it's been 3 days now, and I haven't heard anything from the police or the hospital. Usually the family gets a phone call or a knock at the door in cases like this.
Good point. There's no way someone would have been in touch to let you know after all this time. You're her husband.
Right? Where the hell could she be? This makes no sense.
Do you really have absolutely no idea whatsoever? For example, did she seem to be worried or having something playing on her mind recently? If she did, maybe she went off somewhere related to whatever it was that was bothering her.
What are you saying? That she left because of me?
What? Come on, Neil. You know I never said that, but the fact that you just asked me, that must mean that there's a possibility, am I right? You and me have already discussed how we both noticed she hasn't been herself lately. There must have been something going on with her behind the scenes that we don't know about.
Well, I don't know, Mom. It's true she hasn't really been herself lately, but that doesn't necessarily mean she pulled a vanishing act in the middle of the night.
How can you say that? I understand you want to see the best in her, but we simply don't know enough at this stage. You shouldn't go jumping to conclusions.
Even if that was the case, are you really suggesting she'd just disappear without so much as a word? Without so much as a hint that she was about to do it? She just went to the store for crying out loud.
She probably just didn't want to hurt you, son. Charlene always did have such a kind heart. If that really is what happened, you should respect her wishes and accept it without a struggle. I understand it must be difficult, but sometimes when you love someone, you have to let them go.
Wait a sec, isn't this a bit weird?
Weird? What do you mean?
Why does the conversation seem to be proceeding based on the assumption that Charlene ran away because she hates me all of a sudden? You say I shouldn't jump to conclusions, but that's exactly what you're doing yourself. Why are you so hell-bent on this being the only explanation, Mom.
Oh, don't be so dramatic. I'm not saying that's definitely what's going on. I'm just saying that it's a possibility, that's all. Anyways, more importantly, don't you have work today? Aren't you normally working at this time?
You expect me to go to work and act like everything's fine when my wife's been missing for the last 3 days? This is not the time to be working.
Oh dear, did you take the day off? You better not have. That is simply not acceptable, son. I understand that you're worried, but you still have to go to work. You're an adult now, and being an adult is about having responsibilities.
You say that, but what do you suggest I do if Charlene comes home while I'm away filing papers at the office? I wouldn't be there for her when she might need me the most. I can't imagine anything worse.
In that case, I propose we do the following. How about I wait at your house for Charlene to come back while you go out to work? That way, there's no danger of her coming home to an empty house, and you can keep putting food on the table while not getting a reputation as a slacker at your company. It's a win-win.
Alright, I guess that's not a bad idea, actually. Are you sure you don't mind?
It's nothing, dear. I don't mind at all. I'm retired, you know. Not only that, but who knows? She might have left some clues behind at the house. I always did love a good mystery novel. Time to put my skills to use for real. I'll look around and see if I can't find anything useful.
Alright. Sorry to trouble you, Mom. I really appreciate this.
Don't mention it, darling. It's nothing at all. It's settled then. That's what we'll do starting tomorrow. You've already taken the day off today, so it can't be helped. But at least make sure you get plenty of rest tomorrow. Try not to worry too much, okay?
Alright. Call me right away if Charlene comes back. I'll be reachable all day. I'll explain the situation to my boss and see if I can get permission to duck out on short notice if necessary. Thanks again, Mom. The next day.
Neil, I'm sorry to message you while you're at work, but I thought I should tell you this. I don't think Charlene is ever coming back, son.
Why?
I found a post-it note with "Don't look for me" written on it. Surely this is all the proof you need that she did run away after all.
Was it really her who wrote it?
I found it in your bedroom, so who else would it be? But wait, honey, I found something else. She left behind a set of signed divorce papers.
What? Are you being serious right now?
I'm so sorry to have to be the one to tell you this, son. Surely you understand what's going on now. I know this must be painful, but she couldn't have made it any clearer. She ran away because she wanted a divorce. Give up on her at once. She abandoned you like a piece of garbage.
Don't even joke about something like that. I never left behind any divorce papers. I never abandoned Neil.
Huh? Neil? Is that you? What are you talking about? You're confusing me, son.
It's me, Charlene. You know, your daughter-in-law? Just because you hate me doesn't give you any right to stage my disappearance. What you did is sick and twisted. You're crazy.
Huh? Wait a second. What? Is that really you, Charlene? But how could it be? This is Neil's number.
Neil had to rush out on an errand, so I'm replying to you instead. Besides, if anyone's saying weird things, it's you. The accusations you're making against me are hurtful, malicious, and downright wrong. So I had to correct you. I couldn't bear not saying anything when I saw the notifications on his phone.
But this makes no sense. How are you and Neil together right now? I was certain you ran away.
And who could blame me for wanting to? Anyone would want to disappear with a deranged mother-in-law waging a relentless harassment campaign against them.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Me? Harassment campaign? I've never heard anything so ridiculous in my life. I'm the sweetest, dearest old lady you'll ever meet. The word harassment isn't even in my vocabulary.
I'd prefer it if you didn't tell barefaced lies. All those letters addressed to me demanding I break up with Neil, all those creepy, threatening phone calls, it was all you, wasn't it?
No, like I told you, I don't have the foggiest idea what you're talking about, Missy. These allegations are preposterous. I'm sorry you had to endure those things. They sound truly awful, but please, think about this rationally for a moment. Surely the fact that someone's doing all this to you in the first place must tell you that you and my Neil are simply not a good match. Face reality, little girl.
I'm pretty sure that's something for me and Neil to decide. Just because you happen to be my mother-in-law doesn't mean you get to treat me like dirt. There are such things as decency, respect, and boundaries, and you need to learn what they are, because you sure as hell don't seem to have a clue right now.
I told you it wasn't me. I'm innocent. Do you have a single shred of evidence to back up these outlandish claims of yours? If you don't, you'll shut that insolent little mouth of yours if you know what's good for you.
Oh look, more threats. Funny, you sound just like the author of a certain type of letter I've grown all too used to reading lately. Anyway, it's true. I didn't have any proof back then. That's precisely why I left the house.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
The harassment campaign against me? The phone calls, the letters, it was always about me being with Neil, right? Naturally, I thought it must be someone close to home, someone we both knew. It wasn't long before I started considering you as a likely suspect. You weren't exactly our strongest supporter back when we announced our engagement, were you? It's only natural I'd have my suspicions.
Even if hypothetically that was the case, what would any of that have to do with you pulling a vanishing act in the middle of the night?
The objective of your harassment campaign against me was clearly to get me to divorce your son, right? That being the case, I figured that if I just disappeared without divorcing him, you'd take further action to advance your objective, and I could calculate my next move from there.
Aha! Well, it looks like your absurd, delusional little plan failed then, because I did no such thing.
Oh, but you did, didn't you? You planted a fake post-it note and a set of forged divorce papers. You didn't forget, did you? It was you who planted these, wasn't it? I think that's more than enough proof of your mad scheme.
Lies, defamation, slander. I just found them when I went to the house to wait for your return, that's all. It's all in the chat logs. Just scroll up and you'll see what a fool you're being. That proof? Don't make me laugh.
You really think you can worm your way out of this, don't you?
There's nothing for me to worm my way out of, because I've done nothing wrong and that's the truth. Dearie me, I have to say, Charlene, I really am so very disappointed in you. I had no idea you were delusional enough to pick a fight with me based on such twisted, trumped-up charges. What a malicious little witch you are. You live in a fantasy world. It's no wonder my poor Neil was constantly stressed while he was with you.
You can say whatever you want. I don't care. No matter what you say, it's already too late.
You two are equally free to make whatever baseless accusations you like, because it's too late for you too. Rest assured I'll be telling my Neil about the absurd paranoid fiction you devised in an attempt to turn him against me and destroy my good name. You're conspiracy theorist. Neil must be a lovely, caring, kind boy, but even he has his limits. He'll have you out of his life and out on the streets with a box of your things before you can say paranoid.
Do as you please. One of us won't be a part in his life anymore before long, and it won't be me.
Keep dreaming. I suggest you tread carefully from now on, girl. You better be on your best behavior. You wouldn't want your husband to abandon you now, would you? Although something tells me that ship already left the harbor. Your divorce is pretty much set in stone after the crazy little trick you pulled. Oh well, better luck with the next poor sap dumb enough to put a ring on your finger.
Charlene gave me the quick rundown on what happened. Apparently you wanted to speak to me?
Neil, you're finally home. You're never going to believe it, son. Just listen to this. That wife of yours really is a nasty piece of work.
By nasty piece of work, you talking about the harassment? You're right, it was truly despicable. Trouble is, I heard you were the one behind it all along.
Preposterous! That's nothing more than that girl's paranoid delusion speaking, and you should know better than to believe her. I can't believe my own son would think me capable of doing such a thing. I was over the moon when I heard you'd finally bagged yourself a woman, but this one's hopeless. Get rid of her and find a new one. Surely you understand divorce is the only solution here. I'll admit that I had my doubts when you announced the engagement, but I never thought she was this evil. She's practically the incarnation of the devil himself.
Like I said, Mom, Charlene told me what happened. Just give it up already. Why are you even bothering trying to keep up the charade?
Charade? Surely you understand I'm the one telling the truth here. That girl's trying to paint me as the villain in her vicious lies. Is this how you repay me for all I've ever done for you? Oh my god, I sacrificed everything for you, boy. Look at how you throw it back in my face. You'd sooner believe the devil herself over your own mother? Not a single good thing has come of you marrying that girl. That's enough. I have to stop before my emotions get the better of me. But let me make myself clear. You are to divorce that witch immediately.
Horrible and vicious. I totally agree.
Right! I'm glad we agree. In that case, hurry up and do the right thing. Don't worry, I'll get the divorce papers ready. Hurry up and come home so we can get this over with.
Surely we won't be able to divorce with those papers, though.
Huh? Why not?
Because you forged Charlene's signature. Forging divorce papers is illegal.
Oh god, not you too. What are you saying? This is nothing more than another attempt of hers to frame me for something I didn't do. Don't fall for it, son. You're smarter than this. I already told you it wasn't me.
You mean that's what you wanted to make it look like in a desperate attempt to cover your tracks? Because Charlene figured out what you'd done. If you didn't try and paint it as her trying to frame you, everyone would know what a sicko you really are.
Oh my god, you genuinely believe her over me? Don't you, Neil? I'm your mother. Don't even joke about things like this. Besides, didn't you just agree that she's horrible and vicious?
Truly horrible and vicious. In fact, I've never met anyone as horrible and vicious as you, Mom.
Huh? Me?
You embarked on a twisted harassment campaign against my wife for no other reason than that you didn't like her. If that wasn't bad enough, you did it in the most cowardly way possible. Anonymously from the shadows. Like a rat afraid of being caught. Now you've finally been found out. Instead of just admitting what you did and accepting it was wrong, you tried to pin the blame on her. You're a disgrace of a mother. And a disgrace of a human being. You make me sick.
No, 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 no! How many times do I have to tell you before it goes in? You've got all this wrong. None of what you're saying is based on actual proof, is it? You're saying these horrible things to me based on your wife's word and your wife's word alone.
Proof? We've got proof.
Let me guess, these supposedly forged divorce papers. That just doesn't cut it, son. Serious accusations require serious proof, and there simply isn't any because it wasn't me. Open your eyes and face reality.
The only one who needs to face reality is you, seriously. Didn't you think it was weird? Me not noticing the harassment campaign being waged against my wife despite us living under the same roof? Not only that, but did you really think she wouldn't confide in me about it?
Huh? Wait, what do you mean?
I've known since the beginning. That's why I agreed to help Charlene when she told me about her plan. If I thought it meant we had a shot of finding out who was behind this and putting my wife's suffering to an end, I was willing to do anything.
Stop changing the subject. Show me the proof. Nothing you're saying has any meaning if you can't prove it.
How many times do I have to tell you? We have proof after you suggested you come and wait at the house for Charlene to come back so I could go back to the office. I installed some hidden cameras. We saw what you did as plain as day. We saw you planting the divorce papers. And we saw you writing the fake goodbye note.
No, you're lying, right?
You wish I was. We just got done handing the footage over to the police. You'll probably be getting a knock at the door from a couple of guys in uniform real soon.
The police? Oh my god! What have you done? Did you just hand your own mother over to the police? I only did this for you, Neil. I did it all for you.
Anyone who would go out of her way to cause a woman I love so much pain and suffering that she felt she had no choice but to stage her own disappearance is no mother of mine. We're no longer family. In fact, you're nothing to me. Now, how about you try telling the truth, you despicable liar? You didn't do this for me, you did it for yourself.
No, that's just not true. I did it because that girl isn't good enough for you. A mother knows these things. You should trust my instincts. That's why I tried to make you divorce her.
There's a name for that kind of thing. Do you know what it is? An unwelcome favor. You know what? We're done here. Before you do anything else to jeopardize my marriage, shut your mouth and disappear from our lives forever. After that, a couple of police officers showed up at my mom's house and she was rigorously questioned. What she did was harassment, plain and simple. But due to the fact that it occurred within the family, and with it being her first offense, as well as taking into consideration that no one was injured, she escaped criminal charges this time, getting off with a stern warning from the police and a heavy dose of embarrassment. However, that she carried out a malicious harassment campaign against my wife is undeniable truth. And not satisfied with the police decision, we decided to file civil charges against her. As a result, we succeeded in extracting a large amount of compensation from her before cutting her out of our lives forever. While she may not have ultimately been arrested, the officers who came to question her were seen entering the house by the neighbors. And with that, the neighborhood rumors grew wings and started to fly. Not only that, but the local gossips also somehow found out we took my mom to court. She became such a social pariah that none of her former friends or neighbors dared to be seen talking to her anymore. Unable to bear the ridicule and isolation, she decided to move out of state. And now she lives on her own somewhere far, far away. I'm pleased to say we haven't heard from her once since the court case. The threatening letters and phone calls finally stopped. And now me and my wife Charlene are living our lives happily together in peace, quiet and harmony.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.